Hi, welcome to the 1 Minute. This is our weekend edition where we come to you and we encourage you to go to the Devotional. It's onebaptist.org/devotional. You'll see Saturday reflection, Sunday preparation, obviously Sunday preparing you for moving forward next week in our Devos, and Saturday for us to look back on that which we have covered. I do hope that you go to a Bible preaching, Bible believing church, and as such you are fed from the pulpit, the Word of God, and you'll be able to feast on that Sunday to prepare your heart and ready you for next week. If you're not part of one of those churches, find them. They do exist. All of that said, let me encourage you to go with me and ponder with reflection this week. Now, probably if you think back about this week of what you've learned, you got some things that God gave you through His Word that may be different from this person or this other person, and depending upon where you're at and what you're going through in life is how the Word speaks to you, and I'm encouraged as I hear of that every single time. Now, I come to you and pondering this week of reflection and pondering in this question, the theme of our devotion for today, or Saturday and Sunday, in reflection, is this thing of murmuring. These murmurers in the children of Israel, here they had experienced this deliverance, experienced this rescue, as it were, from Egypt's bondage underneath the hand of the taskmaster. And it's almost like a spoiled brat children of how they just got out in the wilderness and they just started complaining and murmuring, to the point of Exodus 14 records just one place. By the way, I could go to 15 and go to 16. You're going to see it moving forward. They constantly were complainers, but you hear, and this is what they said. It had been better for us to serve the Egyptians. They forgot what it really was like to be in bondage. They forgot what it was to be in their lost condition. Remember the children of Israel, their Exodus is a picture of mine and your salvation. You're reading the story and you're thinking, man, how could these people be so complaining? How could they forget what it is that God did for them? How could they forget where they came from? Until we remember that often the complainers, the murmurers, can be us. I don't know what you're going through or what you've been going through, but can I ask you for your theme of reflection to be this past or this weekend? Are you a murmurer? You know, in 1 Corinthians 10, that passage that tells us to not be ignorant of the children of Israel, that they are ensamples for us, and the things about them is given as an admonition for us, a warning, a learning that we can learn from them, because Christ was not pleased with them, and many of them were overturned in the wilderness. Listen, can I say to you that amongst your reading there, do you remember that one of the things about them was they were murmurers, complainers? And again, we read that and we're like, how could they get to that place that they forgot? I mean, man, they complained at God's man, they complained to God about all these things. How? It's because they forgot to be thankful. I don't know again where you're at or what it is that you're going through or what it is that perhaps you've been a murmurer about, but can I remind you of what Philippians chapter 2 tells us? It tells us to do all things, Philippians 2, 14 and 15, do all things without murmuring and disputings. It says, that ye may be blameless and harmless, the sons of God in the midst of a crooked and perverse nation, among whom we shine as lights, holding forth the word of life. Can I just say that oftentimes people are not hearing what we're holding forth. They're not hearing the story of what we say we have and they need, because with the conversation of our mouth, it's being overtaken with the conversation of our life, which is murmuring. It must be why Philippians chapter 2 says this, or Hebrews, I should say, 13 says, let your conversation be without covetousness. Covetousness in the New Testament is called idolatry. Let your conversation be without covetousness, and be content with such things as you have. For He hath said, I will never leave you nor forsake you. I don't know what it is that you're going through that you have found worth murmuring about. We can all do it, can't we? But can you just ponder how good it is to know that whatever state you're in, you can be content therewith. Why? Because you still got Jesus. And if you want others to accept this Jesus you got, stop murmuring. Itemize your murmurings, and let's let it be one that we throw away with the weekend. God bless.